So here's the update on the new educational policy 2020. So we are all happy about this, and I'm going to present to you highlights of the educational policy. So this is for those people who don't want to go through the 54 pages of educational policy and they just want to know what is it all about. So I'm Bharti Bhaskaran, and I'm the founder of Primax IB Academy. So I'm here to present the highlights of the new educational policy 2020. The Union Cabinet on Wednesday approved the new national education policy and renamed the HRD Ministry as Education Ministry. Okay. So, in a bid to ramp up digital learning, a National Educational Technology Forum, that is NETF, would be created. E-courses will be developed in 8 regional languages initially, and virtual labs will be developed. So, what are the major reforms in school education? Let's look at that now. So, I'll be reading through exactly what is stated in the educational policy so that it is said as it is without any assumptions. So the first major reform is a new system. Instead of 10 plus 2, it is new system, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 school curriculum. So with 12 years of schooling and 3 years of preschooling, that is Anganwadi. With emphasis on early childhood care and education. The 10 plus 2 structure, as I said, is replaced by the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 curriculum structure, corresponding to ages 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14, and 14 to 18 years respectively. So this will bring the hitherto uncovered age group of 3 to 6 years under school curriculum, which has been recognized globally as the crucial stage of development of mental faculties of a child. So the new system will have 12 years of schooling with 3 years of preschooling, and the emphasis will be on foundational literacy and numeracy. Also, there will be no rigid separation between academic streams, extracurricular, vocational streams in schools. Vocational education would start from class 6 with internships. Teaching up to at least 5th grade has to be in mother tongue, regional languages, and assessment reforms with 360-degree holistic progress card. That is what is suggested, or it's made as a policy. And a student will be tracked, the progress of the student will be tracked on the basis of learning outcomes. So vocational education will start in schools from the 6th grade. This is something very, 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 very progressive and needed. So vocational education will start in schools from the 6th grade and will include internships, a new and comprehensive national curriculum framework for school education, that is NCFSE 2021, will be developed by the NCERT. The policy also emphasized mother tongue, local language, regional language as the medium of instruction at least till 5th grade, but preferably till 8th grade and beyond. Sanskrit to be offered at all levels of school and higher education as an option for students, including in the 3-language formula. So other classical languages and literatures of India also to be available as options. No language will be imposed on any student. Students to participate in a fun project activity on the languages of India, sometimes in grade 6 to 8, such as under the Ek Bharat, Shreshth Bharat initiative. While the board exams for grades 10 and 12 will be continued, the existing system of board and entrance examinations shall be reformed to eliminate the need for undertaking coaching classes. So this is also a very big step. Flexible curriculum structures will enable creative combinations of disciplines for study. So they will be facilitating multiple pathways to learning involving both formal and non-formal education modes, associations of counselors, well-trained social workers with schools, open learning for classes 3, 5 and 8 through NIOS and state open schools. So secondary education programs equivalent to grades 10 and 12, vocational courses, adult literacy and life enrichment programs are some of the proposed ways for achieving this. Vocational education will be integrated into all schools and higher education institutions in a phased manner over the next decade. So by 2025, at least 50% of the learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education, for which a clear action plan with targets and timelines will be developed. So assessments will be more competency based, which will promote learning and development, and it will also test their higher order skills such as analysis, critical thinking and conceptual learning, clarity. So all students will take school examinations in grades 3, 5 and 8, which will be conducted by the appropriate authority. So board exams for grades 10 and 12 will be continued but redesigned with holistic development as the aim. So a new national assessment center, that is called PARAK, Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development, will be set up as a standard setting body. I think it is PARAK. It is not PARAK, it is PARAK. Parakhna कहते हैं. So that is PARAK and it's called Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. Okay, so equitable and inclusive education, NEP 2020, aims to ensure that no child loses any opportunity to learn and excel because of the circumstances of birth or background. That's very good. Special emphasis will be given on socially and economically disadvantaged group, that is called SEDGS, which include gender, socio-culture and geographical identities and disabilities. This includes setting up of gender inclusion fund and also special education zones for disadvantaged regions and groups. So children with disabilities will be enabled to fully participate in the regular schooling process from the foundational stage to higher education, with support of educators with cross-disability training, resource centers, accommodations, assistive devices, appropriate technology-based tools, and other support mechanisms tailored to suit their needs. This is something applaudable. Every state district will be encouraged to establish Bal Bhavans, as a special daytime boarding school to participate in art-related, career-related and play-related activities. Free school infrastructure can be used as a Samajik Chetna Kendras. It's a long way to go. Execution will take a very, very long time, knowing our way of working. So now, why I say so is the people who are running schools for 50 years, 100 years and many seniors who are used to certain type of education system, I'm saying most of them will find it very difficult to adapt to the new system. But I hope that everybody, adapts themselves for the child's sake, for the children's sake. So let's go to the major reforms in higher education. So the first major point is top 100 foreign colleges will be allowed to set up campuses in India, according to the HRD ministry document listing salient features of policy. Such foreign universities will be given special dispensation regarding regulatory governance and content norms on par with other autonomous institutions of India, which is also a welcome change. So let's find out what major reforms are going to happen in the higher education. So there's one major point that is academic bank of credits. So the curriculum of all HEIs shall include credit-based courses and projects in the areas of community engagement and service, environmental education and value-based education. and they would offer multiple entry and exit points. So this is the major change that is going to happen in higher education, that is the academic bank of credits and multiple entry and exit points. So higher education curriculum to have flexibility of subjects. So what does it mean to have multiple entry and exit points? Suppose you take up an engineering course, it is UG is 4 years, so you can exit after a year, and the 1 year that you invested in that education, you would be given a credit. So you will have a digital platform where your account will have credits stored in there. So probably say after 1 year you think back of finishing your education or graduation, so you can come back, take that credit and show it and start with the second year. Or probably you can take a transfer to another university. See, this is something what is happening in abroad. So that is what I'm saying, but we exactly don't know. I'll just say what the national education policy says. It says that there will be multi-entry and exit points. So the details have not yet come in. So that was just my assumption that will be the case. And higher education would increase GER to 50%, that is gross enrollment ratio, to 50% by 2035. And NEP 2020 aims to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education, including vocational education, from 26.3% to 50% by 2035. And one more thing that has come up is 3.5 crore new seats will be added to higher education institutions. So I hope 3.5 crores is for the best institutions as well. I don't know how they will split it. So that's there. And holistic multidisciplinary education, the policy envisages broad-based multidisciplinary holistic undergraduate education program with flexible curriculums, creative combinations of subjects, integration of vocational education and multiple entry and exit points with appropriate certifications. Suppose as I said, after 2 years if you discontinue or if you exit, you probably might be given the diploma. So UG education can be of 3 to 4 years with multiple exit options and appropriate certification within this period. For example, certificate after 1 year, advanced diploma after 2 years, bachelor's degree after 3 years, and bachelor's with research after 4 years. So this is what I was saying. So multidisciplinary education and research universities, that is MERU, at par with IITs and IIMs, to be set up as models of best multidisciplinary education of global standards in the country. So they are going to set up a multidisciplinary education and research universities. So the short form is MERUs or MERU. The National Research Foundation will be created as an apex body for fostering a strong research culture and building research capacity across higher education. Very nice. Open and distance learning, this will be expanded to play a significant role in increasing GER, gross enrollment ratio. Measures such as online courses and digital repositories, funding for research, improved student services, credit-based recognition of MOOCs, etc. will be taken to ensure it is at par with highest quality in class programs. So that's all. These are the major highlights. And one more thing I want to add at the end is all education institutes to be audited as not-for-profit entities. This is a major change, and I hope it will do wonders. All education institutions will be held to similar standards of audit and disclosure as a not-for-profit entity. Surpluses, if any, will be reinvested in the educational sector as per the NEP. There will be transparent public disclosure of all these financial matters with recourse to grievance handling mechanisms to the general public. wonderful, wonderful. All fees and charges set by private HEIs will be transparently and fully disclosed, and there shall be no arbitrary increase in these fees charges during the period of enrollment of any student. So this is something, it's a welcome change, it's big change, and I hope including all the academicians, institutions, organizations, education leaders, school leaders, everybody, and parents and children, they all welcome this and adapt to this. And before adapting, I hope the execution and the implementation happens smoothly and beautifully. So that's it. So I hope you liked my highlights, and if you want to give any feedback, there should be no feedback because I just read as it was mentioned in the policy. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video.